Hey there once again, everyone. It's Eric here with the Valley's most in-depth geeky weather forecast video, Weather for Weather Geeks midweek edition. Today was another day where it looked and felt like January out there. A lot of us are getting pretty impatient with this pattern. I would put myself in that group as well. We had a pretty mild February, but I'm ready for some true spring weather, and we're only going to dabble in it a couple of times, it looks like, for the next couple of weeks. 20, that was it today. Our average high on today's date's about 40, so we only got halfway there today, and Mansfield even failed to get out of the teens today. Pittsburgh hit 21, and up at Hopkins Airport in Cleveland, 22 was the high. And we weren't alone in this abnormal cold. Look at all the blue dots across the lower 48 states. Everywhere where you see a blue dot, that means high temperatures were below average today, even some way below average readings once again in parts of the northern Rockies, northern Plains states as well. Really had to head to a place like Phoenix to find any sort of warmer than average temperatures today. Much of the country is in a pretty chilly early March pattern. We've had little specks of blue on the radar throughout the course of the day today. Some passing flurries. These have not amounted to much. Might have to flip on your wipers if your car's been parked outside for a while and you get back in. There might be a little coating on your windshield that you need to flip on the wipers once or twice to get rid of. That's about it. Low impact stuff. I expect these flurries to give us a little break as we head through the evening before returning later tonight. Most of the action's out west, where a big storm is moving through parts of California, Nevada, into the Intermountain West as well. They're getting rain and mountain snow up in the Pacific Northwest. Warmer air is on the move, though. Check out these 24-hour temperature changes across the Midwest and down into parts of the Southern Plains. These aren't huge numbers, but this is a sign of things to come. We're going to start to see the air mass moderate as we go towards the end of the week, and especially into the weekend. In the meantime, this little trough of low pressure, that dashed black line, moves across tonight, and this will probably spark up a few flurries, maybe a snow shower or two. In the wee hours of the morning, this will be mostly before daybreak, and again, if your car's sitting out all night, you might have to flip on the wipers a couple of times to get rid of a little dusting of fluff that occurred overnight, expecting pretty low impacts from this. As we get into the daylight hours tomorrow, high pressure will drift across, we'll see some sun, and it will be the last really cold day for a while. We're going to start to turn the corner by Friday, but tomorrow is still about 15 degrees colder than average. Models have been struggling a little bit with the placement of this weak little wave pivoting through the central Appalachians on Friday. Every now and then we get some model runs that try to bring a little bit of snow up our way. Most recent run of our in-house model here kind of suppresses it to the south. I've still got a low-end chance of a little non-impactful snow in our forecast for Friday. If we see any accumulation, it's more than likely half an inch or less in most spots. Again, not expecting a whole lot of impacts. And then our much-awaited weekend warm-up begins on Saturday. Despite clouds increasing, I think we'll make a run at 50 by Saturday afternoon. Now, this storm system means some business. It will strengthen, and that will have many impacts on many, many people. For us, it means we're going to see a lot of wind Saturday night and Sunday. For the deep south, unfortunately, another severe weather outbreak does seem pretty likely Saturday afternoon into parts of Saturday night. So some of the places that got hit hard with severe weather earlier on this week, or last weekend, may get another round of it this coming weekend. So that's something we'll be keeping a close eye on. Back here at home after a nice day Saturday, I think showers push in well after sunset Saturday evening. This will be mostly an overnight event, and it'll be a windy night. So you're going to hear the raindrops splashing against your windows throughout the night because the winds will be picking up as that storm deepens and moves over the Great Lakes, taking a similar track to our big windstorm from about a week and a half ago. Now, this will not deepen as explosively, so the winds probably will not be of the magnitude that we had here. I don't think anyone sees a 60-mile-per-hour gust, but still, it's going to be pretty windy for Saturday night into Sunday. Showers leave us by early in the morning. St. Patrick's Day Parade, Mahoning Valley St. Patrick's Day Parade in Boardman, 1 o'clock on Sunday. I think it's dry. I think it's windy, but I do think the sun is out, and temperatures will probably be in the lower 60s, but that's not going to last very long. Yeah, cold front rolls through and knocks our temperatures back big time early next week. So those wind gusts, again, I don't think 60s on the table, but 40 to 45 is certainly plausible, I think, for parts of Saturday night and parts of Sunday as well, especially if we get a fair amount of sunshine and the atmosphere gets mixed up quite a bit as a result of that sunshine kind of stirring up the air. Some of those strong winds aloft can get pulled down, and we could see a 45-mile-per-hour gust. This will be followed by a cool down for early next week, but that cool down will be followed by another warm-up towards the second half of next week. Here's our temperature anomalies. Here's the weekend warm-up. There's our cool shot early next week. But notice it's not real impressive looking and actually gets off the playing field pretty quickly and we might flirt with 60 again before next week is through. After that, though, a more sustained cold pattern is probably going to take shape. Look at how cold it'll be around the 13th out west. All that's coming east, just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Very good model agreement here that around St. Patrick's Day, around the 16th, 17th, and 18th, this looks pretty cold for mid-March. And we certainly are not done seeing snowflakes with this kind of a pattern settling in. And notice this is not just a 1 or 2 day visit. This is several days. Right around, the 15th through the 22nd, that third week of March, looks awfully cold compared to the average. So, this is the way March goes around here sometimes. Spring arrives in fits and starts. As I talked about last night on this video, I'm pretty optimistic that April is going to be a lot better than last year and a lot better than March of this year. But March, we're going to flirt with spring a little bit this weekend and a little bit late next week. Don't see a lot of true spring weather coming our way for the rest of March after we flirt with the warmth again later next week. That's it for tonight's video. I'll see you back here on Thursday evening. Have a great Wednesday night, everyone.